Every time my daughter comes to visit and she walks by this calendar, she rolls her eyes and shakes her head because she absolutely hates this thing. To me, this calendar is one of the most important things that I've bought for myself over the last couple of years. To be able to sit in my living room, which is on the other side of this camera, and look at this calendar, which represents the entirety of my life. It really had such a major impact on me because it changed my relationship with time. It changed how I experience time and how I look at the past and what I have left in the future. I'll explain a little bit about what's going on here. Obviously, it's the timeline of my life. This whole calendar represents 100 years. And each big line, this is 10 years. Each individual line is 1 year. And each of these individual blocks is 1 week. So if you look at this, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, I am halfway through my 61st year. And at the end of every week, I fill in another block. I've lived that week, so now I fill in the block. Now my daughter looks at this thing, and the reason she hates it is because she says, "Dad, it's like a countdown." And I get it, but I just don't see it the same way that she does. What I see is all the opportunity and the chances that I have left down here. Now, of course, I have no idea whenever it will be that I fill in that last block. I don't know when that's going to happen. None of us do. If I think about my dad, who passed away about almost a year ago, my dad would have been somewhere down in here. My mother, somewhere up in here. My older sister made it to about right here. And my nephew, all the way up there, about 2 years old. But when I look at this, it just strikes me how much time is left. And one of the first things I did when I got this calendar is I changed this line at the bottom, which originally said, "We only live once." I changed it to "We only die once," and then I added my own little line at the bottom, is "We live a new life every day." And that's what this calendar has solidified for me when I look at it, is every day that I wake up, I have the chance to create something, to choose something in ways that I maybe never have before. If somebody had given me this calendar several years ago, I know what I would have done is I would have looked up here, and that's all my mind and my eyes would have seen, is all this darkened area here, all the stuff that's in the past. And I would have thought of it and looked at it as, oh gosh, all the wasted time in my life, all the things that went past. Look, it's too late. Look, I only have this much time left. It's too late for me to change anything. But since I hit that point in my mid-50s, that really, really dark time that I've worked my way out of, and still, work towards it today, my mindset has changed so much about that. And that's why this calendar is so important for me, because it drives it home every single day. All I see down here is I see chances and opportunity. Every little block is 1 week, 7 days worth of chance that I can choose how I want to live my life and choose to spend time on things that are important to me. things that move the needle in my life, not the things I would focus on, so many years ago. So when I look at this, I don't look at this as a bad thing. Like this, all this time has passed. Everything up here is the lessons that I learned, and those lessons I can take and put it to use down here. So is this a countdown? I don't know. Maybe to a certain extent it is, but I don't mourn the time that's passed. The only thing that's important to me is that when I go to fill in a new square and I fill in that square, I just want to know that I made the most of that time. I made the most of that week to move my life ahead in a way that I want it to be.